Hello and welcome to the episode of Games with Zane. We are playing Kingdoms and Castles. This is a brand new game, and notice that we do have a small problem. Our happiness is terrible. There's a recent food shortage, huh? Interesting. So we are definitely needing to improve our food output. Because this one was starving for a moment. And it looks like our food is all done, and we are going to have a food issue. We need more men to produce food. So I think what I'm going to do for the moment is close the blacksmith. And anything else important that we should close. So what we definitely need is food production. In fact, we are out of food already. So we're going to have a tough time this year. So why don't we close down some of the quarries that we have just built. That will get us more workers to do things, and it is important and imperative that we get together our food industry. So a windmill can be built, and we will build a windmill. We will build it right here. So what we're going to do is bring our, I found a use for pausing. Bring our road system right down here. And we are going to place a windmill right there. And we are going to put farms on all sides of it. And we are going to build another orchard right here. And we've even got fire happening on two of our fields. How lovely. So we're going to have lots of food problems for a while. One of those fires put out, because now we've got people leaving. And there's the other fire put out. Yeah, people are starving already. So we had a few issues with our food that we really didn't address. And now we're paying for it. What's that? That is an iron mine. So that's interesting. So if we were able to remove that, we would, I think, be able to put another bit of another iron mine right here. But we have to deal with that when we get the food situation taken care of. In fact, we were down to -1. Hadn't seen that yet. But food is being consumed as quickly as it is being brought in. So we're probably going to have a couple of years of food shortages. And that is going to definitely affect our ability. Not the road, not Brian, I want the treasury. We're going to, oh, so we can't eliminate it. I'm going to see if we could turn some of the workers there off. And so does the well have any workers? It does not. So that seems like a useful thing to have in places. Is this another fire? No, it's being built. It's simply replacing the one that was already there. So we can probably turn off a handful of these foresters. At least for a little bit, to take care of some of our food issues. Since we have a nice stockpile of wood. So what is our advice? Our peasants worry about food for the winter. We must do something about our food supply. Yes, we are working on it. Happy, no access to a church or a library. Okay. Yeah, we're working on the food situation. We've got a handful more farms being built. We even have a windmill to increase production around the new farms built. But no one is working those farms. The peasant has disappeared, has left from despair. Now we are getting some food in. Everyone is starving, which is not good. Yeah, food is being used almost as quickly as it's coming in. I don't know, we're starting to make a little bit. It's also going away pretty rapidly. It has no workers. Where else can we put down workers? So that is turned off. The iron mine is turned off. What's this? Charcoal in surplus. So we can probably turn off one of these iron mines. We do still need stone in production. I'm not going to completely turn off our stone production. We are out of food again, and these people continue to starve. Has no food, too far away, none available. Go ahead and close that charcoal maker down as well. So we've got a nice stockpile of iron. Now if we could just get everyone fed. The windmill is almost finished as well. Down to one more, and looks like here it comes. Lovely. And it appears as though one peasant has died of starvation. It appears as though we got a ton of food this time around. We'll see if it actually all makes it in there, and we actually wind up getting a stockpile. One peasant has died of starvation again. That is unfortunate. We are working on it. Peasants are too unhappy, but our happiness is coming up, but we still have some people starving. Workers. Can we can turn off some of the stockpile locations. I guess we could do this one. How many work there? 2. Close that down. We are all retreating back into the main settlement. This is giving us a chance to stockpile on some stone. We take care of an issue, but still people are not working the farms. That would be the most important thing to work right now. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. That's continue to close down quarries and foresters and make food. So we can go ahead and shut this one down as well. So this area is basically abandoned. Leave that one up. You guys all, so now we've got 7 idle. There should not be anyone idle. People should be working the farms. So while we are here and at it, let's go ahead and build. So what's the baker do? Takes wheat and charcoal and turns it into bread. Requires things, but really is not fertile enough. We've got a few more farms going in. So lovely. We've got a whole ton of food that just got produced. And those were amazing numbers and probably higher than 250. And while we're kind of waiting on it, since we are able to now, I think I'm going to build a road down. And we are going to put a manor on it. So now we've got food coming out, but no one is idle. And we wound up getting a surplus of food. Lovely. See if we get another surplus of food this year. What else that could be done would be to put another orchard right there. I think I will. As well as one right there. And so that really covers much of our designated farming area. We have a few more places that we could put things, but not much. We are almost out of food again. It's nice. We were producing a little extra charcoal. No idle workers. No idle workers. And a handful building the house when really we need the orchards first. Alright, we got a whole ton of money, a ton of food. We can watch them all bring it in. Soil is not fertile enough right there. Alright, we have brought in a lot. Looks like most everyone has done bringing in their harvest. We are at 170. And happiness is now returning to normal. We could probably do a handful of things to increase happiness. So let's look at our town. A town square would probably be good for that. It's got a fair amount of reach here. I think we will. As well as a tavern. How far does that tavern reach? Almost to our current settlement. That would get just about everyone we're going to build. That doesn't get us quite far enough. If that gets most everyone, and 4, so we are now increasing the number of people that are going to be staying here now. So that's very good. So we're building a couple of happiness things to, and of course, we just got our food production back up and going, and now we're going to have flooding issues and not make any harvest on those areas. Ooh. Fire has claimed a quarry. Where? There's lots of fire happening around this one spot. Let's go to quarry again and see about a well in this area. Though no one was out there to even be able to do anything about it. It's alright, we are making food again. No, there's our food still. It does appear as though we are making food again. So that's nice. 8 people visited, 4 have decided to stay, so we are increasing in our populations. That is nice. Look at all those people running around. We've got 1 worker and 0 workers. 2 and 5. That just needs a little bit more wood. And there, that's finished. So what's this? Want neighbors. Want access to charcoal. What's this? Residents enjoy the beach. How interesting. And we are going to be getting a tavern soon as well. So if we get increased population, it would be good to turn some of our other industries back on. I would kind of want to see that we have idle populations. No one saw fit to stay, increase peasant happiness. We're working on that. These 2 are coming online. They should be online soon. That looks like a great spot for a windmill. Be able to improve all the squares around it. Have a little farming community out here. If we are not able to use the rest of this territory in any good way. It's lovely. We are at our max. We're probably not going to be able to bring in enough food because we don't have the space for it. That is a better problem to have. We've got a house on fire. Yeah, we lost lots of food, but more so because we couldn't bring it in. The fire spreading to an empty square. So that's better than an occupied square. Spreading to more squares. So definitely the wells are more efficient than having water nearby. I wonder if the rain helps. Can't really tell. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. The current thing to smoke is now the charcoal maker. How much longer on that tavern? So I would expect that to really help some happiness as well. So we got 5 idle citizens. That is great. Let's begin turning things back on. In particular, we're going to want to turn on this stockpile and this quarry. So as more people start coming into the territory, we will be able to begin turning our facilities back on. Lovely. We are definitely making way more food than we need. That's a good thing. Another good thing, honestly, would be another well right here, just because we had trouble coming from here with the water. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and build another well in the area. So winter is coming. 3 people decided to stay. That's nice. So that is improving. We're waiting for one more wood here. Yeah, we're going to lose lots of food because we did not have a place to store it, which we may want to take care of. So there's a lot of food for the harvest. Food that can't be stored by the end is lost. So what happens to the food if we destroy this and replace it with the full granary? How much food can the 2 store? It doesn't tell us exactly how much each can store. So one of our peasants died in a woodcutting accident. Well, that's sad. Someone's wanting to stay. No one is idle. And we're going to have a couple of farms not make it this year. That's kind of okay. What we really need is more peasants now. we've got to attract some here. And so villagers enjoy socializing here, consumes food, improves villager happiness. Not fully staffed, okay. Consumes 10 food per year. With 4 workers it was. Yeah. So the mission to get a military has been completely derailed with the food shortage problem. We'll get that going again as soon as we can. We, it appears, have maxed out on food again. So this is at its maximum. I guess I'm just going to have to build the other smaller one. We'll take a look at what the bigger one does later. But this is an issue now. We went from one extreme to the other. But it looks as though we are starting to get people, and that is good. People, it would be nice to turn our industries back on. But we've only got one right now. One guy just hanging around. That requires 2. That requires 2. I think here we will definitely set up an additional hamlet. It's good. We are, it appears, making enough food to be able to weather a handful of storms. Nine people visited, 8 came. That's very nice. That is helpful. And so now we've got several people that are unemployed. So let's open the blacksmith up for production. There are now 2 people that need to do things. So on this side, let's open the forester back up. And we will build food out here, or excuse me, roads out here, and build another manor. Where's your front door? Right there. There we go. Lovely, we just got more food storage. And we will have another place for lots of people. So there are a couple things that could be useful here. Not there. Is it the food? Market. Create extra food and charcoal to the market. How big's the market? There is room for it here. That would be more accessible. Ooh, you know what we could do? Nope, we're still missing some tools. What is this? Armaments, tools. So we're making armaments first, it looks like. I would like to eventually get rid of that. The library would be good and improve our happiness a bit. That covers a fair number of our residences. It also costs me taxes, but that's okay. I think we will do the library, improve our happiness, get more people coming in. It will improve this area. We don't have anyone that is idle. We are really kind of looking for more idle people. Alright, the harvest just came in. Alright, we are a burgeoning town. 100 souls to look after. Very good. 4 of them are idle. So let's turn on another quarry. We will begin expanding back out this way soon. And shortly we will have more room for that as well. So we've got 200 storage there, almost 200 there. So yeah, we are looking at filling up the castle now. So it looks like just the orchards had a problem getting food where it needed to go. That's kind of okay. We have a great stockpile now. Oh boy, a dragon's been sighted. Where's he at? He's gonna kill lots of things, I'm sure. So we're not prepared for this. But what exactly is he doing? He's not doesn't seem concerned with anyone, not attacking anything. So this is where he wants to hang out, and if there's anyone around, he will destroy stuff. Just like it. But there's nothing going on exactly. Oh, he's coming back around. And he has stopped here. So what's going to happen now? There he goes. He's burning stuff. That's kind of cool. And someone's going to go save the stone. And the guys are going to try and put water out on it. That is cool and neat. So he's coming to town now. What do we got going on? What's he going to try and do? Oh, burn the whole stockpile down. That's kind of not cool. No? That's not what he's targeting? Going for the granary? Not the granary, the windmill. Yeah, he's going for the windmill. And he's gone. Visited, but no one decided to stay. We need more homes. We're working on that. It's like the dragon didn't do a whole lot of damage, so that's kind of good. We've got 6 idle people. Let's see about building a baker. See exactly what that does. Oh, he takes up more space than I thought he would. I guess right here. Alright. I think, with the dragon gone, that's where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. We will see you next time.